Welcome to PLZ Soccer. I'm Kobe Henderson, joined by Sacha Pisani. Sasha, Aberdeen are linked with, and it looks to be completing the signing of Nicolas Milanovic. Basically, what can Aberdeen fans expect from the new signing?
Exciting player, one who's been touted for the Socceroos, a really consistent performer over the last sort of 2 seasons. There's been a lot of talk about his future. There was talk at the end of last season about him moving abroad. There was big talk about him going to Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia. Obviously, a Croatian background, Nicholas, but he re-signed and sort of backed himself in to sort of continue again and maybe see how he goes at the end of this season. And yeah, it looks like it's Aberdeen now. I think probably the biggest thing from us in Australia has probably been the sort of rumored transfer fee, which is probably a bit of a steal if you're Aberdeen. I think people are expecting, probably given the sort of transfer fees that have been sort of handed out in the past and his age and his sort of output, they're expecting probably in the millions, I think. So it's a bit of a bargain if you're Aberdeen, I personally feel. So yeah, exciting to see how he goes over there.
He is primarily a right winger, it seems, but he can also play off the left. Do you feel he's more dangerous on the right, cutting in with his left foot?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, especially recent weeks. If you look at some of his highlights and the goals he scored, being able to cut in on his left, score, create chances. Yeah, and just well, moving into the finals now. The final series start here is obviously a bit different to overseas where first to the post wins the title. But he's played a key role there in the final start this week. And he just missed out on the Golden Boot by one goal, which is quite incredible. Given he's not really an out and out striker, so. Yeah, definitely sort of cutting into his left is probably his biggest threat.
Yeah, obviously he's played all his football in the Australian league. Obviously, from what you've said there, he's highly rated.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm in Melbourne, so he played for he started at West. He's a Sydney boy, but he started at West United in the A League and sort of took his sort of first steps there and moved to his hometown club, Western Sydney Wanderers, a couple of seasons ago, and hasn't looked back. Really confident, but a humble player, I would say. Backs himself and his abilities, but there's a lot of talk about him sort of going for the golden boot, and he sort of played that down. He wants to win titles or win silverware with a club in an area where he grew up from. So they still have a chance to do that this season. 12 goals for a winger forward is great, and he had 8 assists to go with that, which goes to show he's not just a goal scorer. So only one other player had more goal contributions than him this season in the entire league. So he had 20. The highest was 22. So it's Aberdeen's getting a goal scorer, but also someone that can create and supply assists, which is a bonus.